a second victim found. Missouri man, serial killer. All right. So put him at full mask. This story has some twists and turns, but there's a second victim found dead in the barrel. Now, the Missouri man is Timothy M. Haslett Jr., who allegedly kidnapped, tortured, and sexually violated a 22-year-old black woman he confined to his basement for nearly a month. He now faces new charges.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
Haslett made national news in October 2022 for the incident at his Excelsior Springs home. The horrific discovery followed after community efforts to raise the alarm about a possible serial killer, which local authorities, if you remember, they completely dismissed. They said it was unfounded. Police first learned of her entrapment after she escaped and ran to a neighbor's house to plead for help. The victim, who had a dog collar around her neck, told neighbors that she had been locked in Haslett's basement and made her escape while he drove his child to school. She was visibly malnourished and had ligature marks around her wrist and ankles. Haslett was charged with 9 counts, including first-degree kidnapping, first-degree sexual violation, second-degree assault, first-degree sodomy, first-degree endangering the welfare of a child. Months later, June 24th, 2023, 2 kayakers contacted the Missouri State Highway Patrol about a body in a blue barrel floating down the Missouri River. The remains were of another black woman, identified as 36-year-old Jaynie Croasdale, who they say might have been another victim or a possible witness of Haslett's crimes, after they found a photo of Croasdale in Haslett's basement. Now, prosecutors have gathered enough evidence to charge Haslett with first-degree murder in her death as well. According to court documents, the 22-year-old victim told police that Haslett had bragged about killing 2 other women. Prosecutors also say he built a dungeon-style cell where he restrained his victims and used shock devices to punish them. The physical, psychological, and sexual violence are barbaric, Clay County Prosecutor Zachary Thompson said. After scanning his social media profiles, investigators learned Haslett frequently made racist and misogynistic comments online about race and women. Haslett, who is now 41, is still jailed. A judge set his bail at $3 million. Can't believe he even got bail. If convicted for Croasdale's murder, he could either face life in prison or the death penalty. A month before his arrest, Kansas City activists had worked to raise awareness of 2 missing teenage black girls who had disappeared within days of each other in September 2022. Community members were concerned that a serial killer was at large, a claim that law enforcement swiftly denounced and called unfounded. Haslett's arrest highlight these cases and raise questions about whether law enforcement allocates enough resources to finding missing black girls and women. If you remember, we originally reported on this and sided with the community and said very clearly then, the community, they are paying attention in ways that the police are not. The issue for me when the police responded is that their response was too swift. There was no way they can immediately respond without having investigation first. So their response was a knee-jerk reaction, totally dismissed the claims of the community, no question, no thoughtfulness to it whatsoever. And now here we are, finding more bodies. The man said he killed other people. The man bragged about killing other people. So now these other bodies are coming up. Resources are being allocated now when they should have been allocated then. All right, Mr. Mayor, this individual obviously should never be free. And this is something, once again, that goes back to a system approach. Law enforcement should have taken it seriously from day one.
Dr. Richey, this man has a bond.
Yeah,
this
a bond.
Has a bond. He locked a human in a dungeon like a dog. in conditions that are not even, if the Humane Society see a dog that's malnourished, you're not getting a bond. The idea in America that Black people are still less than is on display every time I see these type of cases, and this person gets this type of sway. The fact that they gave him a bond is unbelievable to me. You know, and when people hear $3 million and they think, well, he'll never make it. $3 million is what's not need to be paid. You pay 10 to 15% of that and you can get free. And if you got a house, in Kansas City, then you probably could just put your house up. This is absolutely disgusting behavior. This is the same behavior that let Jeffrey Epstein go free after he did all the horrible things he did to kids, where he could continue to do the same thing to kids. I wish Black Lives Matter in America, man.
Yeah, that's right. And unfortunately, I do believe we will be bringing updates to this case.